everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today we're going to look at chords in the key of G major, and we're going to learn about 1 chords, 4 chords, 5 chords, 2 chords, 6 chords, and 3 chords, and we will see how you can put them together in some songs and some common chord progressions. Let's take a look and I'll show you how it works. Today we're using a Fretboard Toolbox Essential Ukulele C Tuning ebook. And we're going to use the key of G major pages, and I'll show you how to download those for free later. But our 1, 4, 5 chords are going to be G, C, and D. G major is your 1, C major is your 4, D major is your 5. And then the 2, 3, 6 chords are going to be A minor, B minor, and E minor. And I want you to be able to, every time you think of songs in the key of G or you hear songs in the key of G, I want you to be able to think of the 1 through 6 chords right away. So let's take a look and I'll show you real quick how we build those chords. For G major chord, that's going to be these notes. So today we're going to use this simple G major, and it's G major because it's built to the notes G, B, and D, those 3 notes here. And then we're going to play for C major. C majors are made of the notes C, E, G. We'll play open, 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 1. That looks like this. For D major, it's made of D, F sharp, and A notes. I'm going to hold it like this. You may play it like this, or like this, or with one finger like this. But in any way you play it, you need to hit these 3 notes and leave this one open. You can also grab this D up here, like this. So that's the D major. Then for the minor chords, we want to be able to play A minor. It's made of the notes A, C, E, and that looks like this. First fret, and then these 3 open, because those are A, C, and E notes. I can add this C on there too because that C is part of A, C, and E notes. For the 3 chord, that's B minor. It's going to be B, D, and F sharp. Okay, so we could play 4th fret, 2nd, 2nd, 2nd. Looks like this. And then for the E minor, we can play these 3 notes, E, G, and B, and leave this one open because it's an E, G, or B. That looks like this. Or we can also play it this way, where we add the B here instead of a G. So if you know those chord formations, then what we can do is go to these common chord progressions here and look at what's a 1-5-1 in the key of G, and a 1-4-5, and a 1-5-4. So let's look at 1-4-5 or 1-5-1 first. That's G, D, G. Okay, so we're going to play G, then D, then G. So that looks like this. G, D, G. You hear that all the time in songs. G, D, G. Then if we looked at a 1-4-5, that's G, C, D. So that would be our G, C, D's the 5. And listen how the D makes you want to go back to 1. 5 chords make you want to go back to the 1 chord. Okay, that's a key principle in music and super important. You'll hear it all the time once you know what to listen for. We can also play a 1-5-4 progression. That's G, D, C. So we play G, D, C, G, G, 1, 5, 4, 1. And on the Fretboard Toolbox website, if you go to Tracks and Tab, and then click on 200 free jam tracks, you can find these chord progressions in the key of G, and there's also some minor and blues chord progressions, the key of A, the key of C, the key of D, the key of E, and the key of F. So these chord progressions up here in the key of G are the same ones we were just playing through. And you should spend a lot of time here. This first track is just all G major, and you can work on just strumming along with it. Let's see if that'll load up here. those tracks at all different speeds. The 1-5-1 we played through would sound like this. 5, 1. And then we played 1-4-5. That's G, C, D. You can see those on here too. G, here's the 4. It's on C right now. The 5, now it's on D. Then it goes back to 1. 4, 5, 1. And so you can play through all these chord progressions and start hearing what are these different sounds. 1-6-4-5 is a beautiful chord progression. Remember the 6th chord was E minor. We played it like this. 4, C major, D major's 5, back to 1. C major, D major. So learning those chord progressions and practicing playing through them is really, really helpful. And with the fretboard toolbox, you can see the major scale notes in white boxes, so you can solo with those, or the major pentatonic notes are underlined. So G, A, B, D, E, and G, that's your pentatonic scale. All the white boxes is your major scale. And then these ones in italics are bluesy notes. So you can solo along with those tracks, you can practice strumming with them, but learning to find out what are those chords that fit together and knowing the numbers for those chords in the common keys is super, super helpful. So I would recommend that you do that for all of these different keys, G, A, C, D, E, and just practice being able to know what's the 1, what's the 4, what's the 5, what's the 2, and then after a while, a cool thing that you'll start seeing is chords that break rules. Like sometimes the 2 chord is played as a major chord instead of a minor, or you can play a 4 chord, which is C major, and then go to a minor 4, and you'll start hearing, oh, that sounds a little different. It doesn't sound like just notes from the key. So all those chords outside the key are in italics in my fretboard toolboxes. So learning the notes that make up the chords is huge, learning the chords that fit together is huge, and then spending a lot of time practicing those, and you can click on loop each track, and then you can just have the track play back to back to back and work on just strumming along with someone for as long as you care to practice. So I hope you found something useful there. If you want to pick up your own fretboard toolbox, go to pick your instrument. I've got a whole bunch of different instruments here. Today we're playing the ukulele, and you can go to look inside on the Essential or the Complete edition. Today we were using the Essential edition. I can mail you a print copy or send you an ebook. The ebooks come right away to you, and the print ones come in a few days. And if you want to compare the Essential and Complete books, click here. If you want to compare the print and ebooks, click here. If you want to see all my current ukulele videos, click right here. And then you can see all the different things that I've got going for you. And check out these ideas for all instruments. These are huge, and they'll really make a big difference in your playing. Just knowing how to build scales and chords and all of that good stuff. Circle of fifths. So I hope you found something useful again, and appreciate you stopping by, and I'll have lots more videos coming on lots more instruments.